Hey, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is The Gypsy Soul. I am Bridget Harris, also known as Coach Sunshine, and I am here with you guys today with some stuff, baby. So, I'm going to be before I even get into what I'm going to be doing with you guys today, I am going to be putting together some classes on unblocking yourself, dealing with anxiety, people throwing dirt on you, different things like that. Today, we are going to have, well, not today, I am going to be setting up a date for that. So, you guys just keep watching, listening. Check in with me periodically. I'm going to be announcing the date of that. I just got to get finished putting the final touches on the program. Um, and if we hit 100 subscribers by that time, I think I'm going to give away a few lessons, some training on, how to work with those blockages because it's kind of important, right? And right now in the state of um, silence that we're in, we need to do some work because some of us are having anxiety from not being able to communicate and touch one another. It is so spiritual to be able to touch someone. It is so spiritual to be able to communicate one on one. It's a spiritual thing. But I'm not going to get all off in that. That is part of the training that we're going to do. That's part of the work that we're going to do. I've lost a ring on my hand, y'all. Anyways, uh, is part of that work. So we need to do that work because as women and as spiritual women, you're going to find, and men, some men, but I notice there's a lot in our women. You're going to find that during this time of unrest that we're in, it's going to be a little more difficult to get through some of the things. So be watching out for me to announce the date and time and of when we're going to do these classes. So just keep an eye out for them. But today, you guys, we are talking about in the beginning. Y'all know I'm a history buff. Y'all know I want to know what made it work and what started it. So we're going to talk about the Bible comes to hoodoo. In the beginning, it says the word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pitchers of silver. Proverbs 25:11. Y'all know that's a spiritual number, right? Everybody knows 11:11 is a spiritual number. So let's just think about it. And wait a minute, I got a book for y'all. I ain't gonna. I got a book for y'all about the different scriptures, 11:11 scriptures. Powerful. But anyways, let's talk about this a little bit. So the Bible and Christianity entered the African diaspora during difficult times, but became so enmeshed with the folk beliefs of conjure practice that the two are now inseparable. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because we don't really think about the Bible being magical. Some of us don't. I know the Bible to be magical, and my grandmother knew it to be magical. And maybe y'all, I couldn't take it. My hands didn't look right. And maybe someone else did too. And we just don't talk about it being magical. We call it miracles. But it's magic. It's power. It is power in the word, you guys. And I'm not a reverend. Let me let y'all know right away. I'm not a reverend, but I know the Bible has its place in our spiritual belief. And I found myself humbly attracted to hoodoo. And so I read a lot about it. And I just needed to know when and how did the Bible get in connected with it. So it says, just as our knowledge of scriptures does not come from one source, so too our knowledge of root work is not limited to a single voice, book, or place. It comes instead from people who daily live their beliefs and practices of prayer and magic. So when we talk about it, and my Bible's on the altar over there, but when we talk about magic and hoodoo practice, you'll find that hoodoo practitioners use the Bible, Proverbs, and Psalms for a lot of things. You're going to find that a lot. And, so I personally, because I grew up in a church, and my grandmother had us in a church, but she also did her own practices herself. I need to do a live on that, because grandma was in there doing magic. My grandmother only we only were allowed to get our hair trimmed on a full moon. I didn't know what they were back then because she didn't tell us what they were. She had a box of crystals, and every full moon, each girl got her ends clipped, and she would put her box of crystals outside in the full moon. I was like, but I never put two and two together until I started practicing practicing spirituality, and realized, oh, grandma was doing her thug thizzle. Get it, grandma? Yes. She feeding me life. She was feeding us life. My grandmother was the lady who swept from the east to the west. She would sweep our house starting in the east wing of the house and work her way to the west of the house, but bringing all of it to one spot, and then sweeping it out the front door, and then sweeping all of that off her porch. All of this is spiritual, and I digress. We ain't here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the Bible comes to hoodoo. So much of this history has been preserved by folklorists, community record keepers, archivists, manufacturers of spiritual supplies. These individuals helped bring that knowledge across time to us. Because honestly, if it wasn't for others knowing the path, I would never have been there. Because even though my grandmother practiced hoodoo, she didn't teach us hoodoo. She didn't do it with the intent of teaching us hoodoo. She did it with the intent of, this is just what you do. It don't need a name on it. It's just, you sweep your house starting this way and work your way around till here. So in my house, I start in my kitchen in the corner, and then I work my way around because that's my east. So, and then I work my way around. I leave trash at that front door right there that you can see in the camera. And then, oh, you guys can also see my witch's broom. And then I work my way around. So then I go down the hall. I go in my son's room. I come in my room. I come back down the hall and bring it all back to that door, out the front door, and so forth and so on. So that's just a little tidbit about me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll move on. Uh, these individuals help bring that knowledge across time to us. Thanks to them, in some cases, we know not only were there my were not only were long past practitioners lived, but also their names and professions. And what I found out, y'all. And I'm sorry if I'm just excited. I'm so this learning more and more about hoodoo gets in my spirit, y'all. And I feel it, and I just it resonates with me, and I get excited. So I apologize if I get too emotional and too excited. I do apologize, but I'm telling y'all, this right here, Hoodoo is me. It's me. I hands up. It's me. But anyways, I digress. I found a lot of uh female attorneys that are practitioners. I'm like, get it, girls. All right, yes. Whether they are hoodoo or shamans or voodoo or Christian witches, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever they label themselves as, even though they label themselves as, their earthly job is attorneys. You know, they got to be some powerful sisters, right? You know, the magic on them got to be like bow, bow, bow. You know, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher at heart. That's my spiritual gift. That's my earthly gift. I teach. So, you know, as I look down at this and I realize I'm teaching you guys. So, you know, it is what it is. But I'll move on. So, books such as the one I'm reading to you guys, which is, let me, Hoodoo Bible Magic. Y'all, I got so many books in here. I'm so sorry. But that's one of the books that I like to look at and go to. And I decided to give this information over to you guys because I feel like, you know, you guys don't have to order it if you don't want to, but I'll give you the best information I can. Of course, like one of my other episodes, they talk about the different folklorists that talk about voodoo. Have y'all ever taken the time and Google some of the folklorists and listen to some of those songs that they were singing? They tell you the magic spells right there. I think that is amazing. You know, Beyonce put it in her words too. She got her ancestors on the wall, right? And they say they talk to her, and her children know about their ancestors. You know what I'm saying? And that's what songwriters are supposed to do. They're supposed to talk about the history. They're supposed to talk about different things, but yeah, some do, some don't. Anyway, so there are so many songs and different things that you guys can look up in different books. That you can look up. I talked about those. It repeated itself in this particular book. Is magic compatible with the Bible? In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Genesis 1:1. As we see from the biblical quotation above, the holy scriptures themselves begin with the greatest of all magical acts, the creation of existence by God. Take a moment and sit in that. It starts out with magic. How you gonna say hoodoo, voodoo, Ifa, or whoever? Well, I don't know if Ifa even follows the Holy Bible, but because I'm not initiated, but I'm just telling you, listen, you can use that Bible in your practice if you're into hoodoo. Like, it gives me chills. The scripture contains countless examples of magic, miracles, wonders, dreams, vision, prophetic prophecies, and they have been used throughout the ages as a guide. Did y'all hear me? A guide, instruction manual, formulary, comfort giver, enemy warder, and consistent companion. So this Bible, the Bible is not just for Christianity. You understand what I'm saying? You can use this, and if you read it carefully, you can find codes in here. This is one of my favorite authors and my favorite YouTuber Valerie Love, the Bible Code 1111. And she has all kinds of different books, but this is just one of my favorite of hers. She and I hope this is not too much glare for y'all. I apologize if it is. But so the Bible really does work in conjunction with magic. It's compatible. But let me move on. It says, however, at various times and places, the use of the Holy Scripture in magic has come under fire by authors. The conventional view of magic in some modern churches is one of unremitting and invariable condemnation. So for this reason, many assume that magic of all kinds is forbidden by God. Some people have even told us that they are drawn to magic in part because their experience in Christianity had been painful and emotionally damaging, and that to practice magic was a personal declaration of independence or a vital part of their healing and personal growth. Let me put it to you like this, and give me a second here. Y'all, I don't know who watching, but thank you for watching. I see you there. I done seen two other people pop in and out, but thank you for watching. I'm drinking some coffee, y'all. Don't play with me. I need my coffee. And no, it's not early. I just like coffee. But anyways, me personally, just like many others of you, even my favorite YouTuber, Valerie Love, Kaisi, we all have had that same experience where we're like in church as kids and as young, and you couldn't question it, but I did. Man, my grandma used to tear the back of my head up. Like, are you really for real right now? You're going to be asking questions in the middle of the church service? Well, when do I ask the question? He's supposed to be the head priest. Like we have priestesses in our spiritual practice, but we can go to our priestesses and priests and say, Iba, Mambo, whoever, I have a question, and Mambo is going to answer your question. And hopefully that Mambo is going to explain to you why it's this way or what makes it this way, and more than likely your Mambo can point you in the direction that you need to be in biblically too, so but anyways, let's move back to this. To all of the readers who love magic but were taught that there is no such a thing as biblical, Jewish, and Christian spell casting, we bring you the good news. The Bible does in fact contain accounts of magic and of magic. I feel like I'm about to read it again. The Bible has been used by devout Jews and Christians to perform magic, and the books of the Bible, the actual written scrolls. Now that's what I would like to see. The actual written scrolls and printed pages are themselves magical. So can you imagine, y'all, being able, and I got chills. Yes, spirit is coming through right now. Spirit is coming through, y'all, because I mean, you just don't know. And I'm more than sure it's like my ancestors that were really into the Bible, but they also had that magical practice. Because right now I got the goosebumps. I got the God bumps, whatever you want to call it. I got that tingle. So I know it's my ancestors surrounding me with this, because right now I'm telling you, I saw the magic in the Bible, but I couldn't get nobody to explain it to me and teach it to me. But I saw the magic in the Bible. So I will be the one. So explain to me how Jonah got in the belly of the whale. I was that kid, you know. But anyway, I cracked my own self up. Anyways, it says here, some may disagree with this and with what we teach herein. And the end of this book is simply what we have been taught and guided to, not an ultimate authority. The ultimate authority is God alone. Some may try and turn you away from the secrets that we offer you here. So this book is really, and I love it because it's really in depth, you guys. I mean, it breaks down Psalms like nobody's business. And if you are a hoodoo practitioner, Psalms is like, I think, we can do some thug thizzle with some Psalms right now. You know what I'm saying? So let me go back to where I was. Some may even they may seek to deny you the blessings and powers that are rightfully yours from God. But remember, the devil can cite scriptures for his purpose. Now, when I'm not really big on the devil thing. I feel like, your mind, but if you are on the devil thing, then that's on you, that's your choice, not for me. Um, because Satan, or however you want to pronounce it, Lucifer, all these people, he was in heaven. That's how he knows the Bible. He was an angel. He was an angel. He knows the Bible because he was an angel. He wasn't, but he thought that he can do he believed that he could do things differently. That's how he got kicked out, because he wanted things differently. But that's another story for another time. Um so in the words of Isaiah 52:1, we say to each of you reading this, awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem. Come and light your glowing candles, burn your fragrant incense, and open your household altars to the beauty and power of the magic in the Bible. Baby, let me tell you something. I am just like, yes, take me on in, cuz I'm comfortable with the Bible, and I'm comfortable with hoodoo. And reading this gave me that confirmation. And that's what I'm here for you today for, is to give you that confirmation that it's okay to bring those two together. Whether you believe it or not, or whether you choose to do it or not, that's up to you. I'm not here to tell you to do it. I'm just telling you it's okay if you do combine those two together. It's okay. And nobody's, this is your spiritual walk. So you can do it how you want to do it. You can mix a little bit of Christian witch with a little bit of voodoo, with a little bit of hoodoo, a little bit of vondoon, however you want to say it, however you want to look at it. I learned today, I didn't know, and I don't know if you guys knew it. I learned today that there is what is she told me there's a hoodoo belief called Geechee hoodoo. I was like, wow, so now y'all know I'm gonna be coming back with another one, because I gotta learn about Geechee hoodoo now. What is Geechee Hoodoo? What do they do? What do they believe? I want to know. I am a walking wealth of knowledge, but I need to get this knowledge out. That's why I do this YouTube channel, because I'll be like, whoo, I read so much and I look at so much and I listen to so much, and I'm like, oh, well, let me research that. Oh, let me research this. Whatever the case may be, I'm always about researching and learning more. Um, Oh, you made, oh my God. How awesome is that? Girl, I can't make nothing. You may thank you so much. I'm reading your name, custom made incense, and I'm just like, baby, I can't make nothing, but I can read something. I can read anything you put before me. I can read it. But anyways, oh, listen, and I'm not going to keep going on because I could read this whole book to y'all because I read it to myself. But and I have some pages marked. Let me skip to some of the stuff that I have marked because you guys listen. This Hoodoo Bible magic. So I don't know if y'all can see that. I got some highlighted stuff. So let y'all know I really did read this book. But for divine guidance, you're going to go to Psalms 139 for divine guidance. That right there, fire. Let me tell you something. I feel like the Fire Marshal Bill. Let me tell you something. Listen, one time I needed some of the divine guidance. I was just like going through, I'm about to put my business out there. Why am I blowing? I put my business on YouTube all the time. Listen, I started falling in love with somebody, but I kind of knew he won't for me, but I just could not let him go right away. And so I needed divine guidance, and I got it. I had this book already. I had read it and highlighted some of the things, but the divine guidance in Psalms 139, yeah, write that down. You're going to need it. Listen, then it says at grave site or anniversary of death. So my second husband, he's now a husband. So it's a joking thing that some of me and my spiritual sisters, they say he's your husband. So my husband. So on his anniversary of his death, I read Psalms 33, Psalms 16, 17, 72, and 91. Listen, y'all write this stuff down. Y'all can use this. You need to find a mate. Go to Psalms 32, 38, 70, 71, 72, 82, 121, and 124. Those are that. On the day of a wedding. So when I announce my new wedding day, y'all, I want everybody to read Psalms 19. We're going to make this a magical hoodoo kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to but when my grandchildren were born, I did read Psalms 20, and you can also do 139 for Psalms for upon birth of a child. So birthing of a child, you can also read 139 as well. But Psalms 20 was best for me. So I mean, if you recover, oh my goodness, listen. Hey, I just, y'all, my brain be all over the place because I love hoodoo, if you can't tell. We're in a pandemic, right? We're in the middle of a crisis. Listen, for those of your family members that have come out of being from the virus and sick or whatever, read to them Psalms oh my goodness, I lost it. Recovering from illness, Psalm 6 and Psalms 13. They are good for recovering from illness. So Read that to them. I had I won't it wasn't an illness, but I had breast reduction. I used that scripture. Um I did 6, and then I had a DNC done. I did 6. I read Psalm 6. So, just consider those things. It's so much. Oh my goodness, Hoodoo is just beautiful. I don't care what nobody say. I have one friend. She is afraid of it because of Haitian voodoo or Haitian voodoo. I'm really not sure which word they use, but I have a girlfriend that's afraid of hoodoo because of because she's Haitian and what she grew up around. So there are practitioners that take this to the far left extreme and be doing some bad things to people. I'm coming from a place of love, light, and just being of a God mind with um folk magic to go along with it. That's all. That's all. So I'm not doing this for bad or evil. Some of Listen, y'all. So I even have in this book. I mean, you guys can order this book if you want to. I would highly suggest it. I got stuff highlighted in here. I must have read Psalms 112 to increase in might and power for success and success, abundance, and blessings. Listen, write it down. Psalms 112 to increase power for success, abundance, and blessings. When I moved in this house, did I move my camera? Y'all can see my room really good right now. Did I move my camera? I don't remember. Anyways, listen, when I moved in this house, I had nothing. I had moved out of a house that had mold, so I couldn't bring my furniture with me. And when I moved in here, I had nothing but me and my son's clothes. And I bought mattresses for each his room and my room. Then I bought a dresser for his room and my room. Little things. And then I was just like, man, I can't keep buying little pieces, so we just gonna have to make it work how we do. And I said, I gotta make nothing happen. I know the power of abundance. I know the power of who I am as a witch. I know the power I have. I know my power. So I started walking through here and reciting my psalms of abundance for abundance and saying every day, "Ooh, thank you for my abundance. Thank you for my abundance. Thank you for my abundance." Now, y'all, I have so much stuff in this house. I'm like, now I need to do like this, which I'm always like this. Let me show y'all something. When you have your hands like this, and I'm gonna always teach this because I believe this to be true. These nails are a little bit in the way, but when your fist is balled up tight like this, there is no room for more. There is no room to allow for other things to happen. But when you're like this, and I teach this a lot in meditation. When you're in meditation, you should be like this. Your hands should be up and open for, you should always be open for anything. Up and open for anything, because you're giving room to give out that energy and also having room to receive energy. So you see what I'm saying? If your hands are open and free, you can give out the energy. And if your hands and if your hands are open and free, you can receive it back. But I can't give you nothing if it's listen, I can't even blow. Barely got air through this hand. I didn't get no air through this hand at all because it was closed too tight. You can't hold things in like that. You got to open up and let the universe give you more. You keep asking the universe to give you more, but you're not taking it. You know why you're not taking it? Because there's nowhere to give it to you. Universe, I want a new home. I want a new house. And I wanted to be and the universe, first of all, the universe is going to take his time and going to get that house together. There's a warehouse full of things that you practitioners or you practicing spiritualists have been asking for and not and thinking, I ain't got it yet. I ain't got it yet, because you haven't completed the work you needed to do so that you can get what the universe is giving. There's a lot of work to it. Outside of visualizing it, you got to walk into it. You got to step into it. I'm buying a house come June. I don't know how, where, when. I don't know where the money gonna come from. I just know that come June, I am buying my home. Come June, all things will have fallen into place. June 2021, I'll be buying a home. See, I gave it a date and a time because I'm fulfilling it by doing my work. I have a podcast. I have my Facebook page. I am, giving you guys me here on YouTube a lot more than I used to. But I'm doing my due diligence by getting the word out there, teaching things like Hoodoo Bible magic. Man, listen, when I first saw this book, y'all, I was like, what? Because I was like most beginners. Well, when I was in church, they taught us that you don't, magic is the devil. Magic is the devil. Magic is God. Let me tell you something. Whew. I'm gonna give y'all you can do anything with Psalms 23. Let me tell you something. You can do anything with Psalms 23. When I tell you Psalms 23 is the powerhouse of Psalms, y'all can make any magical thing happen. A return to me spell using Psalms 23, because I know somebody had hit me up a couple of times and they wanted a comeback spell. You can use Psalms 23 to bring somebody back, just to let you know. Love spells, you can use Psalms 23. You can also do an old-fashioned spell for protection using Psalms 23. You can do a reversal spell with Psalms 23. So you can make sanctified water, which is holy water, or use it just as holy water. You pray Psalms 23 over the container of water. You can add a pinch of salt or a couple of drops of rose oil to give the water a bit more pep. Okay, so there are some magical things, and so just to let y'all know, when I create this course that I'm coming up with, haven't set a date yet, but when I create the course, y'all know we're gonna be using Psalms in a lot of this, right? So some of you had told me, you want me to do, because you guys are having some blockage. People are blocking you. So we're going to use a lot of Psalms, a lot of the Bible to, pull up that magic, because listen, y'all don't know. Old time blessed, olive oil. You can bless the olive oil using Psalms 23. You can do head protection. Y'all listen. Y'all, I'm just saying. I'm just going through reading off some things that only the ones that I know. And you know what's funny? I said my grandmother did magic. My grandmother was a Psalms reading somebody. Tell me my grandma won't practice in hoodoo. Coconuts on the dang on floor. She putting coconuts on the floor, rolling them around. because I don't know if you guys know about using coconuts to cleanse the spirits in your house to get them out. They're captured in that coconut, and you roll it around the walls from east to west, just like I told you guys. So you roll it around, and you go into them corners, and you roll it to a door, preferably a back door if you have one. So you'll roll it from east to west to the back door, and then dispose of them. You roll them out the door, and then dispose of them properly. So there are proper ways of disposing of spiritual works. So we'll talk about that in the training as well. So the classes as well. So, you guys, I'm just giving you some insights to my world. Um, if you feel like there are um that somebody's pressuring you, or giving you some kind of evil, or throwing dirt on you, as we call it in the spiritual world, throwing dirt on you. Now, understand, I'm not discounting none of that. But if you feel like someone is throwing dirt on you, then you can reverse that. And there are several verses in Psalms that you can utilize this with. I'm just telling you guys what I know. So, one part of this book I want to talk about really, really quickly. I swear I'm gonna let y'all go. Listen, dream books and the Bible. Here, I pray you this dream which I have dreamt. Genesis 37:6. Okay. Dreams come to many in the Bible. Jacob, Joseph, Solomon, even I always say his name wrong, so I ain't even gonna try it right now. While we sleep, God sends us messages and warnings. Listen, if you find yourself daydreaming, or just sleeping and dreaming, and maybe you feel like you're suffocating, or you're drowning, or maybe you're being pulled, or there is a reason for everything, and that is his conversation. He's telling you something. It is your So when you're having those type of dreams and you wake up and you remember it, you always should have a journal beside your bed. When you wake up, you know anoint your ori. um I learned this, and I've been practice using it a lot. I say, I do, obey Oludumare, um, and then I obey Ori Opere, and then I grab my toes, and then I say, um, Igun Igun me, and in the mornings before I do anything. Okay. And it's just to honor my Ori, honor God, because Olodumare, if you practice, you'll know. You most of y'all already know. I'm not teaching you anything new under the sun. I'm just a reminder and a refresher to bring our melanated women back to who we are. Olodumare is God. Um, and then I have another prayer that when I go and read my oracle card for the day and do my tarot reading, that I read before I recite before I do my readings for the day. So then there are, it's so much. You guys, listen. And I want to thank you, Custom Made Incense, because you're hanging in here rocking with me. So I appreciate you so very much. But I'm gonna put that book down because, like I said, I get so excited about hoodoo and voodoo and voodoo, or however you want to pronounce it. I get excited about it, and I've learned so much over the years that I just need to share it. So if I get a little tongue tied or I get a little excited because I'm just starting to come into my own and be able to share this with you guys. Y'all don't know. I've been doing this for a minute, but by myself out of fear. And I can no longer allow fear to win over on me. How can I say I'm a spiritualist when I walk in fear? I can't walk in fear. I am a melanated woman with power beyond anyone's control. And the only person that can stop me is me. Get that right? The only person that can stop you from utilizing the power that is within you is you. And when you root yourself and you get grounded and rooted, you work with that root chakra and get it grounded and rooted. And we'll talk about that in that training too. I think I need to make it kind of private. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. You guys know how to hit me up and just tell me what you think, if I should make it private or make it public. I don't really know what's going to be comfortable for you guys, because I can get into some deep, deep stuff like, you know, talking about rooting yourself and how to properly do it. And listen, there is magic in sex, where we have been taught that, oh, you should only do things, rigid. My grandma, you don't, she ain't talk about sex. I ain't know about sex. If it wasn't for my mother, I would probably be like lost. My mother didn't have no shame in her game. She would just say whatever, do this, do that, don't let them do this, don't let them do that, blah 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 blah, blah, blah. She, which that's where I get it from, y'all. But we could do classes on freeing yourself sexually and being okay with it. Is no shame, and maybe we need to make that a late night conversation here on YouTube, where we just laugh and talk about sex. I mean, and be open and free with it, because we are in a human experience. So sex is a human experience. But let me tell you about magical sex. Now, you got to have a willing participant. Do not do this without a willing participant. That's why I made this, because I don't know what I might say out my mouth. So all my videos say that children should not be watching my videos. Not all of them, but I'm more than sure. Well, the ones I've been doing here recently where I'm coming on live, I make sure I mark it not for kids, because I don't know what the hell I'm gonna say out my mouth. So kids don't need to know about sex if they ain't ready. It's a mental thing. Sex is not an age thing. It's a mental thing. Are you mentally ready for what happens when you start to have sex? I had to teach my son that really quickly. I was like, little boy, I know you want to have sex, and maybe you are having sex, but I could kind of tell. You can look at your children and you can see the difference in them if they're having sex or not. So, I knew when he started. But before he started, I did have that conversation. You need to know that you are ready, because this is going to change you mentally. You're going to think you're a man for real now. It just changes us. We all have been down that road. We all know what it is. I'm good though. But here's the kicker. So let's talk about this sex magic really quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. So with sex magic, look, I done got all tangled all up. Get ready to talk about some sex. Whoo! Listen. Oh my goodness. Okay, had to get comfortable in this chair, because this is a conversation I've been wanting to have. So listen to me. Sex magic. You got to have a willing participant. So do not have sex magic with someone and do not perform sex magic with someone if you did not tell them ahead of time or ask for their permission ahead of time to have sex magic. 1, 2, I highly suggest you don't do it with somebody that don't know about spirituality, because he gonna think you trying to be freaky. I'm trying to make some money happen. I'm trying to I'm trying to make some abundance happen. I ain't got time for I ain't trying to be freaky. I'm just trying to make some things happen. So, here's the kicker. When you're having when you're being intimate with your mate, and you say to your mate, I want to have sex magic with you. I want to perform sex magic with you. And they agree to perform sex magic. Now, with sex magic, a lot of things can happen. And it is mind blowing. Whew. So, light you some candles. Put you some candles around the room. Y'all seen it before. Put you some candles out. You can you can have you some pretty music going. You know, or whatever sex music you want to have. You know, I don't think that beat I just hummed would be sexual. But whatever. I digress. So you with the sex magic, listen, baby. Mm, mm, mind blowing. So they agree. You got your candles lit. You got that aroma, that sexual aroma just flowing through. You might have some, custom made incense. Can you make a uh love incense or a sexual incense? If you still on here, please tell me yes or no. Because if I think it's mind blowing now, I can imagine an incense that is releasing like love or sensuality, just releasing through the air through that. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, I can feel it. But listen, okay, so you got your candles burning, you got your incense going, you got that aroma in the room that just smells like sex and beauty and love and just energy just pouring all over your body, and you're getting ready for this. You might have had a spiritual bath prior to that. I suggest you take a spiritual bath. Listen to me, take a spiritual bath. Because you never know what's going to happen with sex magic. But get you a spiritual bath, and your room has to be, like, make sure your room is clean. Y'all know spirituality, we are big on cleaning. Make sure your room is cleansed and clean, like clean sheets, clean, and then cleansed, you know what I'm saying? And make sure, you have whatever in the corners for negativity and all that stuff, because you want this to be a very sensual and exciting moment that you are in. So then you've made this agreement. So you're going to, not only have you made the agreement for them to participate in it with you, but you got to have the same mindset together. So let's say me and my fiance, we're going to have sex magic. We both are focusing in on our home that we're going to buy in June of 2021. So as we come together, it's very sensual, very loving. We're touching in a very sensual way, not just bam, bam, bam. It is a very sensual, it's a very soft moment with your lover, regardless to whatever sex it is. That's none of my business. That's what y'all do. We do a lot of things that are spiritual, and is nobody's business or whatever. So you're with your mate, and you're having that very sensual moment with your mate, and at and if you're spiritually connected, you'll feel you'll feel that person's aura on you, and your aura blending with them, so that aura becomes one. And now, as you're combining your body and your spirit together, and you're focusing in on one focus, and that is not the sex, but the magical thing that you're producing, and you're producing this home, and whatever the case may be. I don't know where it's going to be or whatever, but I know I'm going to buy a home. So I'm producing, we're thinking the same thought, and but we're still sensual, because that energy, it's the energy that you're putting out there, and you're both thinking the same thought while making love to that person, and just completely just inside one another, and I know it does. I know it works with same sex partners as well as it does with opposite sex partners. So just understand when I tell you, this is some serious stuff right here. Mm. But we can get off into that a little more. I'm telling you, just understand, sex magic is the bomb. And just and also remember, we definitely are going to incorporate the Bible in magic. I bet you I can find a Bible verse that can help you with your sex magic. So if you guys are interested in the class trainings and some I don't know if it's going to be a 40-day, a 21-day, or a monthly, once a month kind of thing, just know that I want to teach you guys what I know. And I'm telling you, what I know is magical. And what I give off, the energy, ooh, y'all, ooh, make sure you ask your partner. Let's have, especially if you join my class, if you decide that you're going to join my class and you ask your partner, let's have some sex magic, because I'm going to teach y'all about sex magic. I even got some oils that I can tell you about. Listen, oh, and by the way, if y'all going to get some essential oils, get food grade essential oils, or contact me and I can tell you how to get them, where to go, who has the better prices or whatever. Because we're going to work some things out with this magic thing. I am so grateful and so thankful for you guys today. I had to come on and I got too much about hoodoo, and I have accepted I am the hoodoo girl. I've accepted that, and I'm okay with that. And there's nothing wrong with it. I can still use my Bible to work my magic, baby. And I'm going to work my magic. I'm going to have me some sex magic. Not today, but I will be having me some sex magic. Listen, I go to my altar, I talk to my ancestors, I do it all. So whatever y'all want to do, let's do it together. I love you guys, beloveds. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day and spending it with me. Happy Sunday. Hey, tomorrow is winter solstice. Make sure you are ready for it. Get your spiritual baths, do your meditation, do your prayers. I am doing a winter solstice meditation tomorrow myself. It'll be at 6 a.m. I'm thinking I might put it on YouTube. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see. Um, Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you once again for rocking with me. I do appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I thank you guys so very much. Let's keep rocking with our hoodoo and our voodoo and our voodoo and whatever else we want to call it, because I'm just all wide open today. I've had a great day. I hope you guys have the same. Thank you so much. And we are out, beloveds. Continue to stand in your greatness. Love you.